as bed catches the fattest worm. I think that is very much important, and I welcome you, members of the business fraternity, leaders of different associations in business, and also acknowledge your response to come and interact with us today during my inception program as the new mayor of the district. And I also appreciate indeed the support that we've given to the previous executive mayor throughout his term in trying to shape up the IDP processes and also other service delivery processes and programs that were implemented by this institution. And therefore, I indeed honor you to say you have done great in the previous term in trying to give that support to the previous mayor. And also, I think one should also indicate that we are willing, indeed, and committed to harness that relationship that we have created in the past years. And we hope that it will grow from strength to strength. Nothing will change. Hence, as a movement, we have deployed Comrade Makgabo to serve as an executive mayor with a mandate to take services to the people, and also myself, I will never change that mandate of the ruling party in moving forward. And I think we are very proud as the people of the district to have a partnership in business and development with yourself, and we should continue to dedicate more efforts in investing in the partnership we have already built, in addressing the plight of our people of poverty and joblessness. I think together we can be able to push back the frontiers of poverty and joblessness in our district. And we hope with our healthy relationship and marriage, we will be able to do that. And also, let me say, we should be able to build a holy alliance. A holy alliance in the sense that when I'm saying holy alliance, I mean that, you know, when you look in other countries that one can't be able to mention, you look at their gross domestic product, it's equivalent to corruption. It's 50-50. Now, that's something that we need to make sure that we form a holy alliance, not an alliance that will lead our country into a situation where our GDP and corruption are at 50-50. That's something that we need to fight, meaning in total, we must fight against corruption, because if it will lead us to be bankrupt and be a society which is divided with all civil wars that might erupt in our country. Now, therefore, it is very much important to, as business and also as a public representative in the community, to fight this corruption and make sure that our line that we have used to report such activities be utilized effectively so, and report such tendencies when they emerge. And also, I think we can do more if we can indeed harness this relationship between ourselves. And I think also as political leadership, we have a responsibility to create an environment whereby all people of our country, both black and white, can be able to be attracted by our policies, good policies that we are having in our institutions, should be able to attract you to do business with us, but not only you not participating in policy formulation. I think it is very healthy and ideal for this institution to create a conducive environment where you'll be able to make input to make sure that you strengthen and consolidate the relationship that we are having. On that note, I'm trying also to say it will be important for you not to shun away from criticism. You must indeed, at all times, criticize us so that we can be on our toes and make sure that we respond accordingly to the needs of our people. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, for us to be here, we are representing people who are weak and vulnerable. We are representing the orphans and the widows, the people who are poor. Now, therefore, that's why I'm saying it is very much important in our dealings, in our interaction. We shouldn't deposit criticism in a safe. We must be able to use it as a weapon to build a healthy relationship. And sometimes I'll always begin to say, differing, it's part of democracy. And to differ, it's healthy in our society. It's nowhere where you can get a marriage, always father and mother at home, waking up, smiling every day. They should somewhere fight to strengthen their marriage. Through that, criticism, you will be able to make sure that our marriage goes further in years and build and preserve all the things that we'll be doing for our future generation. And also, one would like to remind you that as a district, we've got a database of our graduates. And that database, we've created that database to make sure that between yourselves and us, we must be able to draw those young, energetic graduates into our systems and make sure that we utilize them effectively and make sure that we mentor them so that in future they become well-oiled machine when they enter into business. And also, I would like to invite you that starting from the 15th to the 16th of November, we have convened International District Investor Conference. That conference, I think, when we call it, we're saying to both our engineers and business people to make sure that they prepare themselves. You must be able to be ready to come up with proposals that will attract our international investors. Therefore, you must be ready for that date. Prepare yourself. For instance, you must come up with things that indeed will impact on the lives of our people. One of the things that one is always saying, you look at the manner on which the city of Polokwane have been structured from the past. We are not shy to say when it was built, when this city was built, it was built to accommodate the minority. It was not built to accommodate the majority of our people who are residing within Polokwane. I'm not an engineer, but the little bit of knowledge that I'm having is that, for instance, the same building of CDM where it's located currently, and you'll check that today. I don't know the number, acting municipal manager, of the number of people in that institution as we speak now, but initially the place was accommodating not more than 6 people. But today you go to number 141 Pickard Street, it's accommodating more than 500 people. Now the infrastructure in itself carry a burden of the number of people who are already there. It's not only, I'm just citing an example, with 41 Pickard Street. You go to all over in our city, you get their flats, all those things, which are called their lodges currently. But the infrastructure beneath the soil can't be able to carry the load of the number of people on the sites currently. Now therefore, when we move forward, we must be able to have an idea, especially that idea we think it's you as the business community, to come up with a plan to build a new city. You must be able to have those ideas in place to say you are contemplating to have a new city, because the current city, you look at the congestion, you look at everything, even during the peak hours, 4:30, you can check that indeed our city is no longer carrying the load which it's supposed to carry. And now I'm saying not only the city, we're having 5 municipalities in our area. I expect that when moving forward, we should be able to build towns in Mulemule, in Blouberg, in Lepelle, Kumpi, in Arana. We should try to think big. We shouldn't also be confined on catering, on this other small thing. We must be creative and be able, even if ourselves can't be able to reach those goals, we must have a plan so that the future generation can build on the foundation that we have started. I think that is a challenge that I'm posing to you as a business community, that we are in a process and we are having that dream to make sure that we build towns, we build a new city in our area. Now, therefore, we're inviting you to make sure that that dreams indeed is realized. And also, let me indicate and emphasize that your presence, your interaction with us propels us to do good things. Every time when you communicate with us on certain things that we don't comply, you make us to work harder and smarter as we move forward. Like I said initially to say, you don't have to shy, to criticize us constructively so that we can deliver. I mean, what we are seeking here, we need to deliver quality services, not only services. Our people, much as they are vulnerable, as much as they are weak, as much as they are poor, they seek things that are of quality. I think that's something that ourselves, as I talk about, that holy alliance, not an holy alliance, holy alliance must produce good results which can be consumed by our community. And therefore, I would like also to say, we know we've got some weaknesses within our systems. We've got some backlogs which we need to make sure that we move with speed and accelerate and make sure that services are provided to our people as a mandate that was entrusted by them to us to make sure that we give them those services. And therefore I'm saying, together with yourself, with the backlogs that we are having, we must make sure that we speed up that service delivery to touch the lives of our people on the ground. And also I would like to dispel certain ideas to say people can't be able to make it. You know, there's Thomas in the Bible. Now, we shouldn't become Thomas in our own environment. We must be able to say there's nothing that is impossible. You know, if you say there's nothing that is impossible, you doubt your capacity, you belittle yourself. There's nothing that will be impossible as we move forward. You must have courage in yourself. You must be able to believe in yourself, believe in our systems. Therefore, you'll be able to do away with the word called impossible. And if you can check, when you write impossible, you know, impossible is I am. But if you can put a sign on top of I, between I and am, it will say, what? That's very good. Now I think you understand how it goes. You know, I'm saying, let us try to dispel all those ideas of who Thomas Makgabo to say we'll see as to whether those people are ideas will be implementable and be achievable. But I have a trust in you that if indeed we are together, we'll be able to dispel such ideas. And now I'm saying in closure that let us try to remain vigilant in defending our gains. When I'm saying about the gains that we have achieved up to so far from 1994, we have achieved a lot as a nation. We have made miracles. We have made an impact. Other countries are also trying to emulate on us, not the way we behave, but about the constitution of our country. That indeed we have made a mark globally that we are strong. We can be able to stand as an icon in Africa and say, we have done it, we have represented Africa, and we have dispelled also ideas to say a black government can't lead. A black government, you know, we must be able to non-racialize our thinking. We are human beings. I'm not a Christian fully and or a priest, but all of us we have been on earth through the image of God. That is very much important. Therefore, as we move forward, we must be able to non-racialize everything that we do, because we need also to go further and non-racialize money. The rent in our country or the money in our country is not yet fully non-racialized. We need to, as a nation, both black and white, Indians, colored, work together to make sure that this indeed becomes a reality, looking at our constitution and make sure that indeed we defend that and protect those gains that we have achieved after a hard-won freedom, so that we can be able to have focus in trying to give hope to our people for a better life. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for you to honor this invitation so that we can be able to start to harness our relationship to grow further and further and preserve all the things that we do for our future generation. I thank you.